Blop, 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 blop.
Are we ready? Benny McGrath here on the first ever episode of the Campbell River Show vlog. And today, well actually before I get in today, I'm gonna tell you that every single weekday we are gonna meet you here on the Campbell River Show vlog to talk about something happening in Campbell River. It might be one thing or two things, maybe it's not even happening here but affects people in Campbell River. We're just gonna chat about it. Mainly I'm just gonna chat about it and you can comment about it and then we can keep that conversation going all through the week. Okay, let's get into it. Today I want to talk about something that I saw on the Campbell River Rant Raven randomness versus something I saw on the Campbell River Pokemon Go group on Facebook. So, number one, a little bit snarky, it was actually written by a man who's a bit grumpy about Pokemon Go people coming into his garden. Oh look, he's got a Twitter account. You guys can check that for yourself. Alright, so Grumpy Man says, "This is a private yard for tenants of this building only, not for Pokemon chasing. Get a life and stay out of my yard." Classic. This whole Pokemon hunt is by far the stupidest thing I've ever seen, and I've lived through Hammer Pants, Crystal Pepsi, trickle-down economics, the first past the post electoral system, people taking John Christian seriously, the Macarena, the Millennium, the presidency of George W. Bush, and 10 seasons of CSI Miami. There is a bar up the street around the corner. Go there, have a beer, and seriously think about your life choices. So this guy put into one letter that he hung on his front yard all the aggression and anger that you've probably seen flying around the internet since Pokemon Go had first unofficially come to Canada, and then again after it had officially come to Canada. So there was a lot of hate towards Pokemon Go players, especially if you're an adult. Should you really be spending your time walking around like a zombie in public places? Well, there was some really interesting response to that online hate. People teasing other people who play Pokemon Go by pointing out how silly they appear to be when they're playing kids' games outside and maybe not getting outside for the first time in months until Pokemon Go actually finally came out. And that was funny. We laughed at those memes. But then some other memes came out that pointed out that, well, actually, adults have been playing Bejeweled on their phones for a long time, spending hours weekly playing silly games like Bejeweled. And so, is it really that big of a deal that adults are getting outside playing Pokemon? So then along came this letter that countered the Grumpy Man's letter, and it says this. "This is a private garden, but if you see a Pokemon in here, come and get it. Enjoy life." Oh, I got a text from Deanna Collins. Let's start again without that. "Come and get it. Enjoy life. This whole Pokemon hunt is by far one of the best things I have ever seen. Don't let bitter killjoys, people with no imagination, folk that hate fun, members of the Conservative Party, Angry Dad, and Donald Trump tell you otherwise. This is awesome. Now go and catch as many fluffy Pokemon as you can." Not quite the words that this person used in their letter, but pretty close. So Pokemon players are redeemed by the fact that, you know what, it's just a fun game to play outside, and it's actually pretty cool. And maybe you look like a zombie, but who cares? People playing games, they always look weird. Doesn't matter what game you're playing. Like, say for instance, hockey. People skating around hitting a little rubber disc. It looks weird, but when you're playing it, it's a lot of fun, and when you get into it, it seems to make sense somehow. So what do you think? Is Pokemon Go for adults? Are people walking around like zombies with their phone just too much for Campbell River adulthood? Or is it just fun and games? Is it cool to get out with your phone and catch a couple of fictional creatures? And also, if you would like to help us learn more about Pokemon Go and how to play it and share it with the rest of Campbell River, then please, you should get in contact with us and teach us on the Campbell River Show how to play Pokemon Go so we can share it with everyone. My name's Benny McGrath on the Campbell River Show vlog, and if there's anything you want me to talk about on the Campbell River Show vlog, then you just let us know on the Campbell River Show Facebook page, and leave your suggestion in the comments below, or you can also tweet it into us at @CRiverShow on Twitter. And I'll see you again on the Campbell River Show vlog. Good enough? Let's see how it goes.